In this week's episode, we are in Krakow, where we end up in a very dodgy hotel. But we do end up in one of the best theme parks in Europe, and you are not going to want to miss what we got up to as I go on two of the best roller coasters in the world. And stick around to the end of the video as we come across something I didn't expect to see. Subscribe to the channel, tell me in the comments if you've ever been to Krakow and what you thought of it, and let's get straight into it. Right, you lot, so this week you all join me in Krakow in Poland, and I am coming here to go to Energylandia, which is one of Europe's best theme parks. I'm really looking forward to going to Energylandia. It's been on my bucket list for ages. But before that, I need to figure out how I'm going to get from this airport to the train station, because I've got no clue where it is. Google Maps isn't very helpful at the moment, and I don't want to spend about 40 quid on an Uber to get to the city centre. And by the way, it is absolutely freezing at the moment. I've not really brung that much warm clothes apart from this hoodie, and I think this is the first time I've come out of the UK and to the country I am going to, the weather's worse. And to be honest, the weather's actually been alright in the UK for the last few days, and one time it's alright, it's the time I go abroad. So I've arrived in Krakow now. It is very late at night, it's almost midnight. It is still freezing. Getting here, bit of a nightmare with the train. Trying to get tickets at the train station doesn't really work. I had to buy one on the train, that was all fine. But then we get to the train station and it looks all abandoned. Bit of a maze getting out of there, and now I've got to find the hotel. You right, mate? Are you my booking, yeah?
Connor, yeah?
Yeah, Connor, yeah. So, you from Krakow originally, or?
You from England, yeah?
Wales.
Wales,
yeah.
I'm from Ukraine.
Ah, Ukraine.
Yeah.
Nice. Is Krakow a nice place?
For living?
Yeah.
It's all very expensive.
Yeah, I can imagine. Is that all paid for, yeah? Nice one. Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
Bye.
See you later. Right, so I just learned the rules of how Polish car insurance works on that taxi driver. Wasn't listening too much. Now I've arrived at my hotel and it's not the best from the outside. Hopefully on the inside it's much better. Okay, right, I've got to be very quiet because it's midnight and I can actually hear the guy next door snoring. But this room isn't too bad. So we start off here. This bed is very low to the ground, weirdly, but I'm not complaining. I've got a nice little TV, huge mirror, and then we go over here. We've got a little kitchen area. It's not too bad. Little microwave that I won't be using. We've got cupboards up there that even I cannot reach. And then we've got the bathroom, and I can't figure out how to turn on the lights. It's not too bad. So this bed is so uncomfortable, it's not even funny. It's like sleeping on a rock. These pillows stink of absolute shit. Like, if you have like smell vision in your TV, you would run outside of your room and not re-enter it for a whole year. They reek.
Right, morning. That was one of the worst sleeps I've ever had in a hotel room. My back is in bits because this bed is an absolute rock. He would not stop snoring next door, which kept me up quite a bit. I've had about 4 hours sleep because I need to leave early to get to the theme park because it's absolutely nowhere near Krakow.
And before we leave to go to the theme park, I just thought I'd show you the front of the hotel. Doesn't really look the best, does it? But it reminds me of a hotel I stayed in at first in Portugal before I obviously moved hotels. If anyone watched that video, go and watch it if you haven't already. But yeah, it's not the best, but you know what? It will do. I'm hardly going to be there. I know I say this every time, but it's not terrible. But yeah, obviously the plan for today is just to go to Energylandia. Really looking forward to going there. I've wanted to go for ages, as I've said already in this video. And then hopefully tonight we'll get to explore a bit of Krakow because I've not had too much time to do so far. I'll tell you one thing as well though, I really wish I brung another jacket and not just this hoodie, because it's still absolutely freezing cold. To be fair, it's only about 7:45 in the morning, so obviously it's going to be cold, but it's still absolutely freezing. I hope it warms up a bit later, otherwise I could get hypothermia. But at the moment I'm on about the outskirts of Krakow, and to be fair, it's not that bad. I mean, like, there's loads of graffiti everywhere, and these fences look a bit run down. But other than that, it's quite nice actually. The people I spoke to so far, really nice people. The taxi driver last night went on and on about Polish car insurance and how Uber works for taxi drivers in Poland, which I didn't really care too much about. I just wanted to get to the apartment and not learn how Polish car insurance works. Anyway, now we're at the train station, and hopefully the ticket machine works this time, because I don't want the awkward interaction with the conductor or ticket collector or whatever they're called, because I don't think that many people speak English here, and my Polish is non-existent. Also, I think the train's for about an hour and 10 minutes, and then when I get there, I've got about a 20-minute walk to the theme park, so it's not too bad. I went to the wrong platform, which is why I'm going down the stairs again. But one thing I noticed, public transport around here, very cheap. I think it only cost me about £2 to get from the airport into Krakow last night, which is not too bad at all. And the Uber as well last night was the complete same. It's only about £2-3 I think, which is not that bad, because it's still about a 10-minute Uber ride. So it is really cheap around here. Right, so the train station's a little bit confusing because it doesn't tell you what platform you need to be on to get the train. I'm hoping I'm on the right platform. Also, there's nowhere to buy any tickets, so I'm going to have to buy it on the train and have another awkward encounter with a conductor. And to make it worse, it started pissing it down. I don't think you can see it on camera, but it's fucking throwing it down at the moment. Okay, so it turns out we got off at the complete wrong station. I think I was meant to get off at the station after it, but it doesn't matter too much because we're practically here. I can see the theme park in the distance. I am so excited to be here because, as I've said, I've wanted to come here for a very, very long time. So the fact we're actually here is quite bad, and because I booked it that last minute, if you were to tell me this time last week that we would be here today, I wouldn't have believed you. One thing as well, I am really, really hoping that the theme park is nowhere near as busy as Portaventura was a few weeks ago, because that was absolutely horrible. I think we ended up getting on about 4 rides for the entire day, but because I've been there before, I wasn't that bothered. But because this is my first time here, so I want to get on everything, because I'm not sure if I'll ever get the opportunity to come back again. You never know, do you? Okay, so here's the first coaster we're going on, and it's called Zadra, which is one of the big reasons why I've wanted to come here today, because it's what's known as an RMC, roller coaster nerd side coming out here again. There's only 3 of these roller coasters in Europe, I think. I could be wrong, it could be maybe a bit more, but they are meant to be insane. I've wanted to go on one of these for ages, and the fact I'm about to go on one feels a bit surreal. I'm really, really looking forward to this. Honestly, I cannot believe we are now in the queue line to go on an RMC. It actually feels mental. Right, so I have just come off Zadra, and that was absolutely incredible. The first drop, you get so much airtime, you're not sitting in your seat for the whole of it. It's really whippy, loads of airtime, the inversions are not too intense. It is absolutely incredible. It's able to keep its speed really, really well. I went on it twice, and I went for one ride on towards the back row, and the second ride was more towards the middle of the train, and usually on a roller coaster it's better towards the back, but on this it's better. I don't know why it's better on the middle, but yeah, it is so good. And another good thing, it is absolutely dead here today. As I just said, I've been on Zadra twice in about 20 minutes. I just looked at the queue times. The longest queue at the moment is 20 minutes, and that's for Hyperion, which is the ride right at the front of the park, which everyone goes to first. And that's the only reason why that's got a queue. So it looks like it's going to be absolutely dead today, and I'm probably going to have a much better day today here than I had in Ventura a few weeks ago. Right, so now I'm going to go on Abyssus, which is a multi-launch roller coaster. I don't really know what to expect from this too much. I've not heard anything really about it, but hopefully it should be quite good. Okay, so Abyssus was really good actually. Exceeded my expectations. It was really intense. I was sat on the back row, loads of airtime, very whippy around the corners, good viewing versions. First launch wasn't really anything special, it was just to get the coaster going, but then the second launch is really punchy, kicks you straight out of your seat. Very good, solid roller coaster. So now I'm gonna go on a ride called Formula, which is another roller coaster themed to Formula One, a bit like Red Force from Spain last week, well, a few weeks ago. I'm really looking forward to it. It's another launch coaster, and it should be quite good. Okay, so Formula was really good. The first launch, well, the one and only launch, is really punchy. Really kicks you out of your seat, and then you go into a dive loop. You go into an inversion anyway, and you get loads of hang time on the first inversion. Then the rest of it, loads of air time, really whippy. I'd say it was a lot better. Well, not a lot better, but it was better than Abyssus, the one I did before it. It wasn't as good as Zadra. Now I'm going to go on Hyperion, which is the coaster right at the front of the park, and I've got some high expectations for that. I'll tell you how quiet it is today. I've not even been here for 2 hours yet, and I've already done more rides than I did in Ventura the other week. Really looking forward to Hyperion. I could be wrong, but I think it's the second tallest roller coaster in Europe. It looks so good. This could be on par or even better than Zadra was, and if it is, then it's going to be absolutely amazing. The thing about Formula, which I just went on as well, years ago I saw a video of it on YouTube. I was like, oh, that roller coaster looks really cool, I wonder if I'll ever go there one day, and now I'm actually here. It's actually really weird and quite mental, but yeah, I'm really happy to be here. This park's really met my expectations. It is so good. The rides are just amazing. You get so much airtime on all of them. It's just absolutely brilliant. So I've just had 2 rides on Hyperion, and that was absolutely mental. So for the first ride, I was sitting towards the back of it, And I'm quite weird with the restraints on a roller coaster, right? When the people like push down on them to like secure you in, I push up on them with my legs so I'm loose. And on the first drop, I kid you not, I came so far out my seat I actually thought I was going to fall out the ride. You get that much airtime, and then it keeps its speed so well. It is so fast. Right, it hurts your eyes, it's that fast. But yeah, it is absolutely amazing. And then the second ride I had on it, I was more towards the front, I was on the second row. It's still absolutely amazing towards the front, but it's just so much better on the back. I cannot tell you how good that was. You have to come here and go on that because it is so good. Also, the amount of leg room you've got on that, it's like you're flying, genuinely. One thing, I cannot tell you what is better though, that or Zadra, the first ride I did earlier, because both of them are absolutely brilliant. They've really exceeded my expectations. There is one complaint though I do have, and it's only really a minor one, but you are not allowed anything in your pockets when you go on that ride, for health and safety reasons obviously. But that means you've got to pay for a locker. Now, it's not really that much, but the fact you've already paid to come in here and then you've got to pay for a locker to secure your stuff on their ride, I don't really think that's right. But apart from that, I've got no complaints. And it's not just for Hyperion either, they've got lockers for every ride. But the only reason I've been able to sneak my phone into every other ride is because Hyperion had these like airport style security scanners. So you're not sneaking anything through, whereas with other rides, you're comfortably able to. But yeah, Hyperion, once again, absolutely amazing. One of the best roller coasters I think I will ever go on. Anyway, now, even though it's not that warm today, I'm gonna go on some water rides because you kind of got to. Especially this one I'm about to go on. It's what's called a water coaster, so it's half a roller coaster, half a water ride. So I'm hoping this should be good, and I've heard you are meant to get absolutely soaked on these. Yeah, I am absolutely soaked after that. What makes this worse, you know how in all my videos I do something that makes me look a bit of an idiot. I mean, like, my hair's always a mess. But I've already packed one pair of trousers for this trip, and these are absolutely soaked. So I really do hope they dry off, because I don't want to be wearing shorts on the plane tomorrow, because I feel like it's going to be freezing around Krakow. But anyway, to make things worse, we're going to go on the rapids. But to add on to that, it's actually a really good ride. It's got a really weird lift system that takes you up vertically instead of like a chain lift. And that's actually quite scary. It did scare me a little bit. And then the actual coaster element of the ride, it's quite good. It's a bit rackety. It's a bit like a family coaster. It's nothing really special. But at the end, it does get you absolutely soaked. But I'm not complaining. I really enjoyed that ride, apart from the fact that I am soaked. But I'm going to go on the rapids now. That's going to get me even more soaked, and hopefully I will dry off. And to add to the humiliation, the woman sitting next to me on the ride, she was bone dry coming off it, and she just stared at me. She's like, "You unlucky little twat." She couldn't stop laughing, and she couldn't speak English, but let's go like that. Like, too cold, but it could be worse, could be worse. But yeah, she couldn't stop laughing. I am soaked right now. I don't know why I've decided to go straight back on the rapids, but I'm enjoying my day. I might only ever get to come here once, so I've got to make the most of it. Right, so I've just done rapids. Wasn't anything that special until about halfway through it. I had a massive lump of water go straight down my ear, which wasn't really that pleasant, but apart from that, it wasn't too bad. Now, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I've ridden everything I've wanted to ride. There's still a few rides I can do, but I'm not fussed if I do them or not. So I think I'm definitely going on Zadra again. Definitely going on Hyperion again. Because, not Hyperion, that's in Fort Park. Hyperion, because they are both absolutely incredible, and it would be a bit rude if I didn't go back on them. But apart from that, just got to go for flow now for the rest of the day. Probably get some food, and just see how it goes. But I am having a really, really good day today, and it makes up so much for how poor Portaventura was a few weeks ago. And it pains me to say that because I absolutely love Portaventura, but the other week it wasn't very great. And coming here today with it being quite dead, getting on loads and loads of rides, makes up for it. So if anyone's ever been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach and they've been on Infusion, I am about to go on a ride that is just like it. It's what's known as a Vekoma SLC, and they are some of the worst roller coasters ever designed. So my expectations aren't too high for this. I think it's called Mayan roller coaster. I don't think it's going to be anything special, but I might as well get on it. But what's different though, this one's got lap bars. Infusion's got over the shoulder restraints, so that might make it a bit less rough, a bit more bearable, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so that was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really, really rough. It was rough, it was really jolty, bit of a head basher, but I feel like the lap bar restraints definitely make a difference. It's nowhere near as bad as Infusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's by no means, absolutely nowhere near the best roller coaster here, but it wasn't too bad. It was rideable. But as better as the new restraints are on that compared to Infusion, they're still not the best. They've got like a vest over your shoulders, and they really, really dig into your shoulders, and it is horrible. It's like you're being stabbed by your restraint. It's not nice at all. So I'm in the queue line to go on Zadra again, and honestly, I still cannot tell you what is better, this or Hyperion. But what I can tell you, these two coasters are so much better than anything you find in the UK. Maybe apart from Hyperion, but I've still not been on it, so I can't say anything. But these are just absolutely amazing. The airtime, the whippiness, the inversions, it's just so much better than anything else in the UK. But I'm gonna have to just keep going on both this and Hyperion because I need to decide what's better. It's bugging me, honestly. I know these two now are definitely in my top 3 coasters I've ever done. I can't decide what's better between this, Hyperion, and Gotham City Escape Park Madrid, where I went last year. Go and watch that video if you haven't already. But yeah, the 3 of them are so good, I just can't decide what's better. And it's actually bugging me, it's doing my head in a bit now. Yes, Zadra is just absolutely amazing. I still don't know what's better, but that ride, it just gets better and better. It's been a few hours since I last went on it, so it's warmed up a bit now, and it's even more whippy the more it's warmed up. It's just so good. It just wants to throw you out of the roller coaster. It wants to launch you onto the floor and smash your head against the concrete. It is so good, but it's not the best way to describe a roller coaster, but that's how it feels. Genuinely, I thought I was going to come out of my seat at least about 10 times during that ride, but yeah, it is absolutely amazing. Now, I'm going to go and re-ride Abyssus. Is that what it's called? Abyssus? I don't know. And Formula, again, one more time each. And then for the last 2 hours of the day, I'm going to come back to Zadra, keep riding that for about an hour, because it's amazing. And then I'm going to go back to Hyperion and keep riding that for an hour, because that's also amazing. And then I can decide which one is better, because at the moment it's just impossible to decide. One thing I will say, and it's the only thing I've got to criticise about this park, is when you buy a locker. So obviously I bought a locker for Hyperion. I can't go this way. Yeah, so obviously I bought a locker for Hyperion earlier, didn't I? You cannot use, because you get a wristband for it. but you can only use that wristband on Hyperion. So every time you need to use a locker, you've got to pay for it. And obviously that's going to get more and more expensive as the day goes on, the more you use the lockers. I think that's a bit annoying. So I wouldn't really bring like a backpack or anything, just bring a hoodie or some trousers or anything with zip pockets. So your items are secure and stuff like that. And then you won't be paying stupid money for a locker all day. But that's the only bad thing I've got to say about this park. Everything else is absolutely amazing. So we've just redone Abyssus and Formula, and honestly you really do notice how much coasters warm up as the day goes on. As I just bashed my arm to the wall, that really hurt. But yeah, both really good still. Nowhere near as good as Zadra or Hyperion. And now we're going to go and re-ride Zadra and Hyperion for the rest of the day. We've got 2 hours left, and I couldn't see a worse way to end the day. Well, no, a better way to end the day, not a worse way. Right, so I've made my way out the theme park now. I've left about an hour early to beat the crowds, to get back to Krakow quicker. Wow, what can I say? What an amazing theme park. That's really exceeded my expectations. I was looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be really good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. The Zadra and Hyperion debate, I still don't know. Sadra's better for inversions, hang time. You get more forces on Zadra, but then Hyperion is just so quick, and it just keeps its speed really, really well. It wants to throw you out of your seat, just like Zadra does. But Zadra does a little bit more. Honestly, I can't decide what's better. I'm gonna say Hyperion, just about Hyperion, but it's really close. I couldn't recommend Energylandia anymore. You have to come here. It is one of the best theme parks I've ever been to. That was such a good day. It's mental as well, because literally a few weeks ago, like, videos about Energylandia were coming up on my YouTube, like recommended ride POVs of Hyperion and Zadra. I was like, I need to go there. One day I will go there. I did not think 2 weeks later I would be standing here right now saying, oh, what an amazing place. I've been there, I've done it. I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say about it. It is such an amazing theme park. Right, so it's been a few hours since I last kept you all up to date. I've just been exploring Krakow for a little bit. Got train back from Energylandia. Still can't get over how good it was. But I don't know how, something random always happens in every single vlog. Something really random, but I didn't expect that all happens. And this time, I think I've walked into some Polish political parade or something like that.
To te planowe, które dziś uznajemy za oczywiste.
yeah, I have no idea what I've just witnessed. Obviously, a political protest, I think, political campaign. Not really what I was expecting on this trip, but it wouldn't be one of these trips without something really random like that happening. It happens every time. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it always happens. Whenever I go somewhere, something really strange happens. Like in Gothenburg last year, where if you've not seen that video, go and watch it. And if you have seen that video, you'll know what I'm on about. There's a massive like parade full of like loads of these floats that are just really random. Didn't expect to see it. It's really strange. Yeah, anyway, I just want to say Krakow is really, really nice, actually. I didn't expect it to look this nice. I'm walking about the old town, city centre-ish. It is absolutely stunning. I wasn't expecting it to be, so that's really nice and cool to see. But yeah, this trip has actually been really good. It's been one of my favourites I've done so far. Really, really enjoyed myself. Energylandia was absolutely amazing. Getting there is nice and easy, just getting the train. It's actually really cheap as well. All transport around here is so cheap. That protest I've just walked into there, didn't expect to see it happen, but it was quite interesting to see. As I said, I've really enjoyed my time here, but that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.